Hello everybody, we are going to go over the 1.4 beta kit and everything that you can purchase. Sorry for the mess, it's difficult to keep a clean workspace and still get all this stuff done. So, contents. First thing is first. The kit is going to be, I believe, essentially free for beta testers. But it's not going to come with everything. There will be other things you can get that are extra, and there will be some upgrades that will have little surcharges tied to them. First is the FCU. The M4 combined FCU that we have and that you guys have is still going to be a production FCU. They work fine. They are just stuck to one form factor. The upgrade FCU adds the bonus feature, and the bonus feature is replaceable wire harnesses and trigger boards. So we'll be able to work with V2, we'll be able to work with V3, we'll be able to work with any other trigger boards that are on the market that are compatible with Polarstar, essentially. And so my FCUs plug into either a stock length wire harness or a grip length wire harness. Here's a grip length one. You can see they're just a little bit shorter. This one comes down your pistol grip. This one comes out your stock. They plug into any trigger board, and the solenoid power actually comes off of the wire harness and goes right into the solenoid. What Polarstar does is they have all the wires go into the trigger board, and then some of the wires come out of these other connectors and go into the solenoid. So the power passes through the solenoid, where mine, it goes straight to the solenoid. So these trigger boards will not work with Polarstar electronics unless you add the connectors, or we also have the option where you can pay like $1 and get a couple of these little jumpers, and you can hand solder these to the board if you ever want to have Polarstar compatibility. The reason we're leaving these connectors or these jumpers off is just because they're not needed. It's just wasted money. I'd rather pass that savings along to you guys. So that's why we're going to have multiple options, being Polarstar compatible and Phoenix compatible. So you can choose your FCU. There's a $10 upgrade for these FCUs, and then since you're allowed to get multiple trigger boards, or you're allowed to get multiple wire harnesses, those also have a fee on them. Otherwise I would have just had this be a little higher fee and get the others included. Anyway, so let's say you want to just use this with the Phoenix, so you're gonna click the Catalyst compatible trigger board, and then let's say you want the stock length wire harness. It's the same price as the grip length. Let's say you get that. You could get 2 grip lengths if you wanted to have the options or have spare connectors, or anything like that. So that is the main upgrade. One of the things that is included that you will not get to select is your solenoid. The solenoids have been upgraded, and they are much more efficient now. If you look really closely, you can kind of see how there's a height difference in those little nubs in the center. This one is longer. Essentially, we short-stroked the piston, making it, well, we short-stroked it. It has all the benefits of short-stroking, so it's just more efficient. We also replaced the nozzle with Delrin. This is a Delrin machined nozzle. It doesn't have the O-ring on it because I have the small volume restrictor in here. You do not use the buffer O-ring when you have the small volume restrictor in the cap because it doesn't fit. So we got that. You can see a little bit of rubbing from the spring on the nozzle. That's nothing to be worried about. These springs are, when they're cut, sometimes there's a little burr that hangs on the inside and can rub on the plastic. This is, 1, it's not going to affect performance, and 2, it's very easy to fix. You can just sand down the burr on the inside of the spring. You just want to make sure that if you ever take the spring off, you take this O-ring off first. if you haven't fixed the burr. If you fix the burr, you can actually slide this over the O-ring if you want. I just like to play it safe, since I do not actually clean out the burr during assembly, just because it doesn't affect performance. I believe these portholes are a little bit smaller, so we've reduced flow a little bit there too. I don't think it's a significant difference, but it did increase efficiency a little bit. Let's see, the next thing. Yes, with the nozzles, you will be allowed 1 free replacement per beta kit. I don't believe that I'm going to be replacing nozzles that people have purchased. Not for free, at least. I can give discounts for that for sure. But yeah, every beta kit will get 1 free nozzle, and I would prefer that it matches whatever nozzle you already have, which is why I have it say replace my M4 nozzle, replace my AK nozzle, or replace my custom nozzle, because those are really the options. I would like you to stick to whatever you purchased at first, and if you'd like anything different, you can purchase additional nozzles, as many as you want. You can also buy, these replacement nozzles aren't going to come with a spring or a buffer O-ring, since those are parts that shouldn't really go bad. So you can buy an extra one, an extra set for $2. Let's see, custom nozzle size. If you are getting a new custom nozzle, you can enter your size here. The solenoid plunger. Some people have had issues with their solenoid plunger. That is the piece found right here, where that brown patch gets pressed into the nozzle, and then it gets recessed, and then you start having problems. That shouldn't be an issue anymore with the new solenoid. This is just a hypothesis, but I think that part of that issue was because we had too much travel, and so it was just getting too much inertia while traveling forwards, and sometimes it would fail. That's my hypothesis. And since that happened to some people, I'm going to give out free replacements to them, but I'm going to ask for some proof, just because it does cost money. If I give away a plunger, that means I can't sell that solenoid, because I don't have any extras yet. They're sending extras, but they accidentally sent it to the wrong address. The manufacturers of the solenoid did, so we'll get that figured out eventually. But for now, I'm using my stock as replacements, which is why I want proof. Extra maintenance kit. You can get an extra maintenance kit if you would like, and if you do, you have the option to choose the chonky maintenance kit, which is different from... It's significantly more lube, and then this will come with some additional stuff. I think it has, as of right now, like a spring and a buffer O-ring included into it. It's a few dollars more. Basically, we're just offering more maintenance kit options now. Quick disconnect fitting. You can get as many quick disconnect fittings as your little heart desires. I guess it goes up to 5 right now, but if for some reason you wanted more, you can DM me and I can change that. Same thing with the aftermarket inner grip line conversions. These little guys, you can get as many of these as you want, I guess up to 5. And patches. If you would like to help support me and help support the business, buying patches is a great way to do it, just because I have a lot of extras. I bought enough for like 500 beta testers, but we're sitting at around like 80 or 90, so I have plenty of extra patches. If you guys want to just take those off my hands, that'd be helpful. There's also an option to donate. This is, again, just me asking for handouts, because this stuff gets expensive, and I have put many long hours hand assembling all of these FCUs and trigger boards and everything. All of this is hand done because I don't have a machine for it, and I don't have time to wait for the little sweat children. As much as I would love to have like their nimble little sweatshop raised fingers, I don't have them, and so I am slow at assembling these parts. and I'm doing it all for free, and it costs money, and yeah, so this is why I'm just trying to recoup some of the cost. I appreciate the help. I appreciate you guys wanting to check in. I hope you guys have a good Christmas, and I will get these kits out to you guys as soon as I can. Adios.